schedules and do that all virtually. So that's been interesting. AHM had Scott Driscoll from Internet Safety come, well, not come in person, but again, do a Zoom, and it didn't matter if you were in school or at home, you could access that programming live. So that was another interesting thing. We've done some bullying prevention, and then I've reached out to different families that have been referred to me through special education or the principal, or they've written into AHM directly. So we've been involved with several families. So that's about it.
Great. Denise, anything that you want to
add? Just that they're trying to revamp like the fundraiser things that they've been doing the past, the annual fundraisers that they typically get a lot of the donations from, or just have to be virtual and reinvented. So I'm not even sure what's coming up next, because we were going to try and do the concert in May, but that's not even going to happen. So I don't know, not a lot of other changes, I don't think.
Okay.
Actually, Health Matters, maybe we should talk about that, because that's a brand new initiative and really great. It would be great to get information out to people. So it's a new program called Health Matters. And Denise, you probably know even more about this than I do. I get the information out to the schools, but I don't know that families are really taking advantage. It's just has all like classes for families, cooking classes and yoga, and why can't I think of other, can you think of other classes?
Yeah, they're all just along that lines. Those were the two I was thinking of too, but I think there might be a meditation one. There's a bunch of different ones, but obviously all about health and de-stressing and things like that are online that people can participate in.
And I know that someone even went around to like different trailheads and recorded those trailheads, so people would have like a little recording of different places in the area that you could go for walks and hikes with your family. So there's all different things on that. So I know they're really pushing that out. But the challenge with this, as with so many things, is getting people to buy in and take advantage of programming that's out there. So that's always a challenge.
And I think Alyssa was so willing to put things out through the school communication channels. And so with her gone, well, that'll be a big gap, I think, in trying to get the word out.
Right. I hope that things don't change too much and I can still get that information to Bonnie Quinn, who puts the newsletter together. So hopefully that information will still be able to go out on a regular basis. So we'll see if there's any changes there.
All right. Any idea as to what they're planning on doing as far as the administration over at Porter? Is there a plan there?
There's not a plan yet. I guess there'll be a little bit more information at the end of the week. That's what I'm understanding.
Okay. Jack's here just in time. Jack, any update from E.O. Smith?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Glad you can make it.
E.O. Smith is doing well, I would say. There have been more COVID cases reported from students, but there's been no link to anybody inside the building that has transmitted the disease. The schools continue doing wellness check-ins and social distancing and masks and all sort of the standard stuff for right now.
We're without a principal, a resident trooper, and a rec director, so I don't have much as far as updates from those individuals. So I don't know if we can get into committee member comments or any issues that you might want on the agenda for next month. It looks like this is going to be a pretty quick meeting. I know you're disappointed. Mark, you're on mute.
Thank you. Sports are still on hold. So Mark is going to be reaching out to Maria just to see if anything is opening up. But at the moment, no. And I just wanted, for the record, I hit recording a little late for the meeting. And just for the record, Bill opened the meeting at 7, and we started with a thank you to Alyssa Gwinnell for all she's done for the committee and all she brought to help the Youth Services Commission. And we thanked her.
We started at 5:30 unless time really flies.
Oh, 5:30, you're right. I always started meetings at 7, but you're right, 5:30.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
Any thing you want to add for the next agenda at all? Anybody? Our next meeting will be in March.
Well, we just hope everybody stays well. This
Yes.
doesn't seem to be getting any better very quickly. Do you get any sense that there are people who are very disturbed about being vaccinated, i.e. they don't want to be vaccinated from the town of Columbia? I mean, the more people are vaccinated, the better it'll be.
I can't wait.
Well, there's one.
I agree. How about you, Dan? You want to get vaccinated?
I mean, are there people, I know there's an age. I'm the only one in this group right now who's eligible. And as I said earlier, to Mark, I'm registered to be vaccinated 2 weeks from today, and I'm fortunate not to be old, but there are some advantages, I guess. But it'll start it'll get down. There's talk about it being as low as 65 very soon. And still that doesn't impact most of you, but it's good for certainly the senior center and for a lot of the people in Columbia.
Yeah,
As long as they go and do it.
I think Dan's going to be on standby. I want to see how everything kind of shakes out. The last report I saw said they didn't know if it was going to last for a year, 2 years, multiple vaccinations. I think for seniors, I would strongly recommend it. But for me, I think I'm certainly going to be in a hold pattern. Just my 2 cents.
No, it's good to have 2 cents. Probably 3 or 4 cents would be as good, but there's many people who are very skeptical about it. I mean, I have people in my family who say, we don't know what the after effects will be of this vaccine and so on, but.
Yeah, that's kind of where I
Right.
sit. But
Right.
I would certainly recommend it for anyone that's got pre-existing conditions, seniors for sure. I think everyone should get it.
We have a friend who's a nurse, and she had the first vaccination and with no symptoms, but she said she had a lot of symptoms with the second vaccination, where she had some headaches and some lightheadedness and those type of issues going on. So it's hard to say what the side effects are.
Yeah, it's
And
scary.
she was,
Sorry.
Go, Carol.
no, well, she got it because she was a healthcare provider, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But she had, not because of her age.
No. Although I wanted to tease her about it because she's 65, but it appears because she's a healthcare provider.
For me, that's a mere child.
From the town perspective, is there a certain need that's coming up to the social service department or anything that people are really struggling with?
I can tell you that we've been supporting probably over 60 families with food weekly. And we had, through donations, $15,000, which I thought would be plenty, but we're down to running out again of funds. So I think we're going to have to start another push for donations so we can keep it going.
So I don't remember ever seeing any, I'm not really super tuned in, and I don't do Facebook or the social media stuff. So that's probably why I'm always in the dark, but I don't really remember seeing like requests going out for funds. Where do you typically advertise?
They've been going out through our town newsletter and through the senior center newsletter. Both are posted on the town website, and we launched the newsletters also through our Facebook, Columbia Facebook. And I think that also links into everything Columbia. So we're trying to get the word out, and people have been bringing donations in. A lot of their corporations will do matches, which requires me to send them the IRS proof that we're a nonprofit town.
What's-
So we've been working with
How
different,
quickly did you go through the 15,000 mark?
since March.
Okay.
So we go through, right now, we're going through, let me think a minute. I think we're spending
15.
close to 1,000 a week. And I know we had money before that 15,000 went through. And so I don't know the accounting for exactly how much we've spent, but what's the reason it's gone up recently is we used to have a lot of food coming in through farmers markets, and Food Share used to drop off all their excess food to us because we were the last stop on the Food Share run every week. So we've lost a lot of the food that was coming into the food bank. So now we're relying on buying it ourselves.
Is there a way to donate on the town website? Like, do you have a donate now button?
Let me think. I should know that. I know there's the easiest way is to just go through Rec Park. I think the Rec Park website has a COVID donation component to it because they're the ones linked to the ability to pay by credit card. Otherwise, you can send a check into the town and just say for COVID relief in the memo, and it will go into the COVID relief fund.
Okay.
Three.
I work with this group of students and we did do a food drive around the holidays. I don't know if it'd be a conflict of interest or anything like that, but just a suggestion. I'm always looking for projects for this group, this leadership group to be working on. And they were pretty successful, and we did it in like a 2-week turnaround. So we had hardly any time and we got a lot of donations. We talked just all like, pasta and soup and Thanksgiving type food, holiday type food. But we talked about, is there a way that maybe people could donate gift cards and all that? It was just too cumbersome at the time. But if, you think that that would be something valuable, maybe we could talk at another time about getting this group of students involved in their community. It would be like a community service project.
I'd ask Bernadette Daring, our senior center director. She's driving this
Okay.
with Deb Smith as
Yep.
her main volunteer. I know the Leos are involved weekly now in doing food drives where people are bringing stuff to the senior center. So the Leos are manning the coming out to your car and grabbing what you have and bringing it in the center so we don't have too much contamination.
Yep.
So they've got a program, but what you're offering could tie into that as well.
Okay.
Be a good idea. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else, anybody? Move that we adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
Aye.
Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it in these difficult times. Take care. And we'll see you in March.
Thanks, Bill.
Everybody.
Thanks, Bill.
Good night, all.
Good night, all.
Night.
Bye.